The red kangaroo is the national animal of Australia and is the largest of the 4 different types of kangaroo species, which also include the western grey kangaroo, the eastern grey kangaroo, and the antilopine kangaroo. The red kangaroo can grow to be almost 90 kilos and is not always a significantly red color, but rather a red-gray. Female red kangaroos protect their joeys, baby kangaroos, in a small pouch, where the joey is kept safe and warm until they have grown enough to leave. A little-known fact about kangaroos is that their teeth are replaceable. As rows of teeth fall out, they are replaced by new teeth, so you will never see a kangaroo with an uneven smile. Saltwater crocodiles are the world's biggest reptiles, with some reaching up to 7 meters long and weighing over a ton. They have a powerful bite that can crush bones, and they can jump out of the water to snatch their prey. They are fast swimmers and can move between fresh and salt water, thanks to their salt glands. They can also travel in the ocean using the currents. They eat almost anything that comes near them, from fish and frogs to mammals and birds, and even other crocodiles and sharks. They are very territorial and will fight for the best spots in their habitats. They also communicate with sounds, body language, and chemical signals. They are very old animals that have been around for more than 200 million years, since the time of the dinosaurs. They are more related to birds than to lizards. Koalas are fascinating creatures that inhabit the eucalyptus woodlands of eastern and southeastern Australia. They belong to the marsupial family, which means they have pouches where they keep their babies. Here are some fun facts about koalas that you may not be aware of. Koalas have a special butt that allows them to sit comfortably on tree branches. They have thick cartilage at the end of their curved spine that acts like a pillow. Koalas are very fussy eaters and only consume certain kinds of eucalyptus leaves. They can munch up to a kilogram of leaves a day, but they also get most of their water from the leaves. They can snooze for up to 20 hours a day, mostly during the day. They also have a special organ, called a cecum, that helps them break down the poisonous eucalyptus leaves. Koalas are very noisy animals and make loud sounds to communicate with each other. Male koalas can make a deep grunting sound too. Attract females, while females can make a high-pitched scream to reject unwanted males. Koalas also make snoring, coughing, and sneezing sounds. They are endangered animals due to habitat loss, disease, and climate change. Around 80% of their habitat has been destroyed by human activities, such as logging, farming, and urban development. They also face threats from bushfires, droughts, and heat waves that reduce their food and water sources. Great white sharks are one of the most feared animals found in Australia. These sharks are incredibly impressive in size and can grow to 7 meters in length. The good news is that great white sharks do not need to feed all that often and can often go for 3 months on a full belly without eating. Great white sharks hunt for their prey by detecting vibrations in the water and have the ability to smell a drop of blood from up to 4.8 kilometers away. Funnel web spiders are amazing arachnids that have a unique web design. They make a silk-lined hole with a funnel-shaped opening where they hide and wait for their food. They belong to 3 families of spiders: Atracidae, Dipluridae, and Agelenidae. The funnel web spider, Atrax robustus, is the most deadly species of funnel web spider. It lives in eastern Australia, and its bite can kill a person within 15 minutes. It has big, strong fangs that can go through nails and soft shoes. It can also stay underwater for a long time by trapping air bubbles in the hairs on its belly. This helps it to get away from enemies or floods. Funnel web spiders are not very good at making webs, as they only use silk to cover their holes and make trip lines around the entrance. They depend on their speed and skill to catch their food, which includes bugs, lizards, frogs, and even small mammals. They can also make a loud hissing sound by rubbing their fangs together, which may be a warning or a challenge to other spiders. The sugar glider is a small, furry marsupial. This means it has a pouch where it carries its young, called joeys. A female sugar glider can have 1 or 2 joeys a year, that can glide through the air using a membrane of skin between its limbs. It lives in the forests of Australia, New Guinea, and some nearby islands. It eats insects, fruits, nectar, and sap. The sugar glider can glide up to 165 feet, 50 meters, in one leap. It uses its long bushy tail as a rudder to steer and balance in the air. The male sugar glider has a bald spot on top of its head, which is actually a scent gland which uses it to mark his territory, his mates, and his offspring with his smell. Sugar gliders have 4 fingers on each hand and foot, with opposable thumbs that help it grip branches and glide. It also has sharp teeth that can bite through tough bark and insect shells. They can live up to 12 years in captivity, but only 3 to 9 years in the wild. Box jellyfish are shaped like cubes with 4 sides and 4 corners. They have long tentacles that can reach up to 10 feet from each corner. They can have up to 60 tentacles in total. Box jellyfish are not just floating around, but swimming actively. They can go as fast as 4.6 miles per hour, and they have a special flap that helps them propel through the water. Box jellyfish have eyes, but not like ours. They have groups of 6 eyes on each side of their bell, and each group has 2 eyes that look like ours with a lens, retina, iris, and cornea. However, scientists are not sure how they see without a brain. Kookaburras are terrestrial tree kingfishers native to New Guinea and Australia. There are 4 species of kookaburra found in Australia: rufous-bellied, spangled, blue-winged, and laughing kookaburras. These species can grow up to 11 to 17 inches long and are exclusively carnivores, feeding on snakes, mice, small reptiles, and insects. Dingoes are wild canines that have a mix of wolf and dog genes. They have been living in Australia for thousands of years, and they are highly adapted to their environment. They can survive in different habitats, such as grasslands, semi-arid land. They live in packs that have a complex hierarchy and communication system. They can cooperate with each other to hunt large prey, such as kangaroos and cattle. Dingoes have a unique vocalization that is different from other dogs. They can howl, bark, growl, snort, and whimper, but they rarely bark like domestic dogs. Their howls can be heard over long distances and are used to mark their territory and communicate with other dingoes. Dingoes are very agile and fast. They can run up to 60 kilometers per hour, 37 miles per hour, and jump over 2 meters, 6.6 feet high. They can also climb trees and swim across rivers. Echidnas are one of 2 species of monotremes, mammals that lay eggs, found in Australia, the other being the platypus. Echidnas have spiny coats and have a long, slender snout that they use for both smelling and eating. They have no teeth, but they have a sticky tongue that can extend up to 18 centimeters long. Their long snouts are used to hunt for ants and termites. Echidnas have spines that cover most of their body, except for their face, legs, and belly. These spines are actually modified hairs that help them defend themselves from predators and keep them warm. When they feel threatened, they can curl up into a ball or dig themselves into the ground, leaving only their spines exposed. Thanks for joining us on this wild adventure. Don't forget to subscribe and join us next time for more amazing animal facts.